All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to get some stuff off our chest now. In the last video, you heard that we're going to start doing podcast style videos. We're going to want to, get you guys feedback, questions, that kind of stuff. Any kind of questions. We don't mind answering anything. See, we're in the shop. We got good old Barney, the Perumasaur, behind us. Thanks, Anthony, for coming up with that.
Little cheesy name.
Yeah, a little cheesy name, but it works. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Ain't too bad.
It's kind of cool. What we're going to touch on today is I'm pretty irritated with some of the feedback I'm hearing about the 2021 Ford Bronco.
Yeah.
A lot of people are fussing because it don't have a V8. You don't have to have a V8.
No.
Just because it has the Bronco name doesn't mean you have to have a V8.
I mean, it is kind of going against what it was, but since it's new day and age, can't really do V8 and everything.
Right, and you're talking something from the 60s. This is 2020, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's four cylinders out there that crushes V8s on a daily.
Yep.
Look at Devin Schultz. You don't see no Mustang guy running out to try to race him.
No, you don't.
I mean, you got a 7-second Eagle Talon running 90 plus pounds of boost.
It's crazy.
But, I mean, I think the engine platform that they've released of what they're going to do is going to work perfect. I am a little upset that they went with the 2.7 V6 EcoBoost.
I like it.
Well,
I'd choose it over the 4-cylinder just because more power, but
right, but you're not getting the 7-speed manual transmission. Technically, it's only a 6-speed, but they threw a crawl gear into it.
Yeah.
Due to EPA laws, guys, honestly, I see V8s going away. I mean, they may still be in the Mustang and the Camaro, but you stop and look at Chevy. Chevy's the only manufacturer I know of right now that has a full-size truck that has a 4-cylinder turbo engine in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Bronco's a full size.
No, Bronco's not a full-size vehicle, so I mean...
No, like with the Ranger having a 4-cylinder, it's not full size.
No, it's not. And I mean, I get it. I get it. It kind of goes back to the Charger. Everybody's fussing, raising Cain when the Charger came out. Not everything is going to be exactly retro.
Yeah, no.
Engineers aren't going to do that.
I mean, that's literally what it is, or not what it is. They're modernizing an older vehicle. That's what they did. Yeah. And when you modernize something, you have different regulations that you have to go by. So you can't just slap a V8 in it with 400 horsepower and call it a day. You still have to make it decently reliable. And you have to make it to where anybody can test drive it and actually enjoy it and not get the crap beat out of them. Every time they put their foot on the pedal to go.
So true. Never thought of it that way. Now, I would say this. I think a lot of it has to do with the competition.
Yeah, between it and the Wrangler, the Jeep Wrangler.
Right. I mean, the Wranglers, I don't even know if it comes with a 4-cylinder anymore. I never did look.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it comes with the 3.6 Pentastar V6, but...
Yep.
It's
just trying to keep up with the Wrangler. That's all it is. And people are going to have to get past the whole V8 thing because people are going to swap them.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be a given. I mean, they've done it to the Wranglers. They put the Hellcat, the Demon engine, and the Wranglers to make them insanely fast.
Right. If you don't believe me, go look at SRT Auto Works. Sorry, Tommy, shameless plug if you're watching, but I mean, this dude went to school with him. He's a smart guy, unbelievably smart guy. He's doing stuff that other people wish they could do. I mean, I wish I could have a shop on his level. I really do.
Yeah,
He's doing an awesome job, dude. Very awesome. Hats off to you, brother. Hats off. Now, when you stop and look at, I mean, really the competition, they've got the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon.
Yep.
I didn't know this until today. The reason why it's called the Rubicon is because it conquered the Rubicon Trail. It's a hard trail, but guess what? As of today, the Ford Bronco did it too. It did it better. Now, it did come out a little beat up, but...
I'm sure the Jeep did too, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did too. There's so many different factors that we're looking at with this thing. Yeah, the 60s Bronco didn't have a four-door. So
be it.
It's 2020.
Yeah, they modernized it. Like, you can go back on that with almost everything somebody tries to bring up about the new Bronco. They're modernizing it. Like, they're bringing it back, and it's going to be different. It's not going to be, big old V8 or small block V8 pushing, 200 horsepower?
Yeah, I mean...
300 horsepower? Like, no.
Let's look at all your American muscle cars. We had a family member, had a 77 Smoking Bandit Trans Am. Ooh, big old 403, whopping 6.6 liter V8. V8. 200 horsepower. I think it was like 205 horsepower.
Yeah, my Altima would walk away from it.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a V8 that had over 400 foot-pounds of torque. But
no power to back it.
Right. you're getting off the line, but then it's like, you got the torque there, but you don't have nothing to back you.
Not much after that.
Right. I mean, let's rewind time.
Spin some tire and then you ain't going nowhere. Yeah, you're done.
Right.
But back to the Bronco. I think the main reason they did the 4-cylinder EcoBoost and the V6, was it twin turbo? Or is it
I don't know. It's twin turbo.
Twin turbo?
Yeah, those V6s are twins.
Is because, I can almost guarantee it's because, 1, clearance, 2, weight. Because they have to keep the weight down in the front end, especially if they're doing a 4-door where you're going to have 4 people in it.
Yep.
And you're going to be going over rocks, going through these trails. You don't want a V8 weighing the front of the car down or the SUV down. Yeah. What would we consider?
Very good point. I mean,
SUV.
Yeah, and not only that, but it goes back to EPA again.
The EPA.
EPA.
That's all it is.
Every vehicle has to conform to this one certain fuel mileage and fuel consumption, actually. Let's go that route.
Yeah.
It has to have a certain fuel consumption or it can't be on the road, and it has a lot to do with emission standards.
Yep.
So when you guys sit here and fuss about, oh my God, it ain't got a V8. Well, you know what? Go spend your $35,000 and get you a nice, a Big Ben 2-door, and then turn around and spend another 10 grand for this company over here in Texas that's going to have the V8 swap.
Yeah.
And avoid every bit of the warranty you got.
Yeah, it's not worth it in the long run.
Wait 5, 6, 7, 8 years if you're wanting a V8 swap one.
Yep.
You never know. I mean, they may do a SVT.
I mean, you can find a totaled one, buy it, and then swap it.
Yeah.
In a few years.
Yeah, good point. I mean, shoot, you look at Goon Squad, they got the Jeep Gladiator. I think that's an 18 or 19 model that they bought that was hitting the side. They rebuilt it.
Yep.
They had the chance then to do a Hellcat swap.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Oh, they're keeping it real. I mean,
once you start steering away from OE and a newer car, it just doesn't make it, first of all, reliable, because you have to wire swap, completely different ECU, you have to swap everything over. You may be able to get away with certain things, but at the end of the day, you're not going to have the same car. And
I mean, where are you going to pull a transfer case from?
Yeah.
What, the F-150? But, I mean, at this point, we don't even know what the undercarriage of this chassis looks like.
Yeah.
Obviously it's probably going to have more than well more than enough room to hold a V8.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, you never know. Ford may have something up their sleeve. But it goes back to, we were talking to a real good friend of ours at Nissan yesterday. The Frontier dropped the 4-liter out of the truck this past year for the 20 model, excuse me. The 21 restyle model's coming next year, so they went ahead and threw the new 3.8 in there because the 4-liter didn't conform to the EPA emission standards. Emissions, that's what's getting us.
Yeah, it's emissions and
fuel economy.
Yeah, fuel economy. Everybody wants something that can go off-road, be reliable, and still get decent gas mileage. They're trying to keep up with the Jeep, and they're going to most likely destroy the Jeep because the Jeep has so many suspension issues, and that's where Ford kind of has that dialed in, like how they did with Raptor. They've been doing it for, what, like almost 10 years?
Yeah,
the Raptor. I mean,
you
the F-150 Raptor, it's a beast of a truck. The only issue they have is some of the newer engines, and like the 2018, 2019.
Well, they
have issues.
Yeah, they're running the 3.5 EcoBoost.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're having issues with that. But the suspension part, they're going to destroy Jeep, first of all. And then having the two options, the 4-cylinder turbo, which is going to be pretty good on gas mileage and be capable to go off-road in half power.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 230 to 270 horsepower.
That's plenty enough to go off-road. You don't need 400 or 500 horsepower.
No, especially not when you're rock crawling. Yeah, I mean, I've never done rock crawling before in my life. But
no, it's not as you don't need a whole lot of high-end torque. You need more low-end.
Right, you're in a low gear.
Yeah, you're in a low gear first of all.
Right.
So the torque kind of gets thrown out the window at that point.
That's why I said 7-speed manual transmission with the 4-cylinder, because the first gear below reverse is actually a crawl gear, which is a totally different gear ratio. It's going to be set lower for more of that rock crawling stuff. I mean, I plan on buying one. I plan on off-roading it, trailing it. I won't be crawling over rocks with it, though. No. I mean, that's not something I'm into.
Yeah, just because you don't want to flip it or scratch up the paint too bad.
I'm not even worried about the paint. I mean, you know what? Yeah. Ford offers the skid plates to go on the side. If you are serious with rock crawling, you can get that stuff added to it.
Yep.
I mean, for crying out loud, the Jeep don't offer a bumper that will allow you to have a winch.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Or even a dashboard that allows you to put GoPros in there, or cameras, or charging stations, or
already with mounting point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure FCA will catch up. If you don't know what FCA is, that's Fiat Chrysler of America. They'll eventually catch up. They'll change the Jeep to compete. I mean, that's the name of the game. But end of the day, you don't need no big V8 in this stuff, man. I mean,
what about the look of it?
The look is sick. I mean,
some people say it looks like the Jeep Renegade.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said that because certain angles it kind of does, but once you start looking at the overall, like the interior, the exterior, I mean, even the underneath of the thing, it looks sick. It looks like the old Bronco.
But let me ask you a question.
Modernized.
How do we know that Jeep didn't copy the 60s Bronco to make the Renegade?
Yeah, who knows?
Question to y'all. I mean,
that'd be weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those.
It looks the Renegade looks pretty similar to the
one of the different type things, you know. And